Hello and welcome to a video I've been very excited to release. You can tell by the title and thumbnail what this is, and obviously the turntable video I've got going on. This video is actually in collaboration with Elegoo. They very kindly sent me the new, or newish, Mars 4 Max, which you can see here, and phenomenal printer, a lot bigger than my Mars 3, which is the one I've been using for everything. So I was able to print this at a size that I wanted without having to break it into multiple parts, glue it together and seam fix. So yeah, thank you very much for sending me this printer. It's so much appreciated. So now the main point of this video is to show you guys from start to finish how I do my 3D modeling, my painting, but on just a model basically. I'm not modifying any figures in this video. So this is just a quad sphere, this is in Blender, this is the thing you get as soon as you click sculpting. This is it after I've messed about with it a bit, using various tools. I used almost all of the tools to get to this point. And then I did add another sphere for the eyeball, and obviously did a little bit more work with it, and then turned off symmetry so I could get the asymmetrical arm and teeth and the odd horns that are here and there. So yeah, I didn't record the entire sculpt process for this because it was 8 hours of sculpting. It wouldn't have been fun. I know I wouldn't have enjoyed editing it down, and it wouldn't have been fun to watch back for any of you guys to see either. So this is the slicer software that I use, it's Cheetahbox Pro. I'm just using auto-generated supports here. And then I've also hollowed it out, which leaves a plug. So this is it hollowed. There's obviously support material generated on the inside as well. If you're using a clear print, sometimes you don't want that. For me personally, that's completely fine. I don't need to remove the supports from the inside. So slicing it here, you can see in the right hand corner, it tells you how long it's going to take to print, how much it will cost to print on like the standard resin costs, and you can drag through and make sure that the screen has got all of the layers correctly. So it does say 6 hours 16, I think it took around 6 hours 30, but that's because I've messed with some settings at some point in the past, I believe. And here you go, this is it plugged in. Once I've saved it to USB and plugged the USB into the Mars 4 Max. Gives you a nice little image of what you're printing, press print, and here it goes. I do have a video that I've recorded of setting the whole thing up from start to finish, like unboxing it, setting it up and running a print. Very, very easy process. The whole raw video was like 20 minutes. But yeah, I will be posting that at some point as well. Now you can see here, it's a very big print, and I only have a wash and cure station for my Mars 3 because I never thought I'd be getting a bigger printer, or not this soon. So I'm having to kind of just wedge him in any way he'll fit, and then holding him underwater until the bubbles stop, just because I want to make sure he's completely filled with this IPA, which obviously if he's hollow I need to turn it upside down so all the air drains out. Now I did put it on a 4-minute cure, or 4-minute wash I mean. I normally do 3 minutes, but you can see all the sediment at the bottom. This IPA isn't pure anymore, and it's a big print, so I didn't want to leave it in there for a little bit longer. Nice little bit of ASMR for you there, kind of noises I deal with on a daily basis. So support removal is one of my most hated things, which is frustrating because I'm good at it. Because I've been doing it for about 6 years. It's a very, I was going to say love-hate relation, it's just hate. I just hate removing supports. Unless they're like this, in which case they're really satisfying. You heat them up, you smush them, they all break away, it's great. That's our plug. I did cut away the main important ones, like I didn't want to break the teeth off, which you can risk if you just pull stuff like this. So because this is a solid base, I did just tear away the rest. This bit's also quite satisfying, breaking away like the little bits that stick. But yeah, normally don't enjoy support removal. So taking it back to the cure station, I did actually put that in for 1 minute I think each time. Yeah, there you go, 1 minute. Just to get a full circumference, and then I did him on his side to get his top and his back cured. Or his top and his bottom cured, sorry. And you can see that we've got a lot of artifacts left over from support removal. So wear a mask when you do this. I'm just grinding away most of the supports. I do go in with sandpaper afterwards just to clear it up a little bit. But there you go. This, again, isn't the best job of support removal or artifact removal that I've done, but it's good enough just for this model. This is the paint I used for the skin tone, his skin tone specifically. I did have to mix this with water because stupidly I didn't check whether it was an airbrush paint. I just grabbed it and bought it. So I did have to mix it with water until it was the correct consistency. It's just a normal acrylic paint. I did the same with the red, that's also an acrylic paint, but that one that I've just picked up is the one that came with my airbrush, weirdly. And I found it a much better match for the red that I wanted. So I used that to do the rest of the red. Now there is some like overspray into the beige areas. I've done that on purpose. It is meant to be like that, like in the game they aren't hard edges. Which is why I chose to use my airbrush for painting this. I could have very well just bought spray cans to do these. Now this is the off-white I'm going to be using to do his horns and teeth. They won't just be left white, and I'm not going to do them first like I originally thought, because I have to paint the inside of his mouth, and I don't want to risk getting paint on the teeth after I've painted them. So starting with this red, brilliant job of filming. It's very difficult to film the inside of a mouth. And then moving on to the clear blue. This is Tamiya's clear blue. It's just an acrylic paint. And I do go over the red as well, just to bring it down to a more purple and to kind of blend the colours together while still having a difference. You can see I'm using the white to do the horns and the teeth like I said earlier. This was therapeutic for about 30 seconds, and then I realised just how many horns and teeth I had to do. It took me about half an hour to paint those off screen. Obviously they're very white, I will be weathering them later. I did use a mix of different greens, but I, for whatever reason, didn't film it. I can't actually remember what greens I used, but they were Citadel greens. And then here's the black that I used just to paint his pupil. Now you can see this is the wash I will use for his skin, not his armour, his actual skin bits, and for his teeth. And his horns, obviously, so weathering those down a bit. I lost all the footage because my phone died, and I didn't realise until I went to press stop recording. But these are the washes I used. This is the paintbrush I used. This is the way I did it. I'm going to show you the method. Obviously I can't redo it again. But I stippled it all over, and then went in with a paper towel and dabbed off all the excess. Now the more orange hue I used for his skin, the black I used for his armour plates. And without further ado, here's the, I suppose, Glamour Shots. Now I am so happy with how this turned out, and again, big thank you to Elegoo for sending me the printer. This wouldn't have been possible without them. Over the moon with how this came out. This is one of the best sculpts I've done by far, and one of the best paint jobs I think I've ever done. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video, and again, thanks to Elegoo for sending the printer. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'm aware I normally do Spider-Man, or I suppose Ben 10 at the moment. That will be hopefully tomorrow or next week. Yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.